So welcome everyone to Midweek Mindfulness. It is a warm and beautiful day outside. Oh, just came in out of the heat. It was lovely. I hope this finds everybody doing well and hopefully getting a chance to spend a little time out in the sunshine, getting the vitamin D, and maybe getting some time to maybe sit and connect. One of the beautiful things about a mindful practice is that you can take it with you anywhere. I was actually walking in to the building just a little bit ago, and I was thinking, maybe I'll just sit outside today. I did that once last year. I'm thinking maybe we'll do that next week. But it's a little more fun and creative because you have a lot of sounds that are going on. It's not quite the restricted place that we often use to practice our mindfulness in, or our meditation in, to support our mindful practice. So it can be a really beautiful opportunity to practice different types of meditation. When you're sitting outside and you have a lot of different sensory experiences going on at the same time, you can feel the wind on your skin, or the temperature, or the sunlight. There are the different sounds, birds, people, traffic, whatever happens to be around. And they can offer us both distractions, but they can also be things to bring into our awareness and hold in our awareness along with, our breath or whatever our anchor happens to be. And it's a wonderful opportunity to start to grow that cup of awareness, as we call it, right? So that we're building those awareness muscles through meditation, so that cup gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, so we can hold more and more things in our awareness at the same time. I was having a really powerful conversation with a dear friend just yesterday. And we were talking about this idea of holding things in awareness because a mutual friend of ours transitioned a few years ago. She passed on at a fairly young age. And we were talking about, like, how can you be okay with that, right? And a lot of people feel like, well, I just have to let it go. I have to let all my feelings go. And I think that that's absolutely true. That's a beautiful thing if you arrive at that place where you've gone through the grief and you've moved beyond that, you let the grief go and you move on with your life. But if you're noticing a resistance to that, it may be that you still have, some unexpressed feelings there. So, but this is just an example. And we were talking about holding all these different feelings in the cup of our awareness at the same time. So, for instance, my aunt passed just a couple of years ago now. It's gone on 2 years. And when I think about her, I feel about her, I hold the sadness that I can't hug her anymore, but I hold that along with the joy that I have from the times that we spent together that were so much fun. I remember the time when she was really upset with me because I hadn't filled the dishwasher the way she wanted it to be filled. And so she was fussing at me. I was a 20-something at the time. And then I remember the time she was really, really there for me after her dad, my grandfather, died. He and I were very close. So when you hold all of those feelings in the cup of awareness at the same time, it's not that any one of them is unimportant or unexpressed. It's that you're able to hold it all at the same time. And it kind of creates this balance so that you're able to hold and express everything. And it allows you to have a richer, really full and vital experience in a kind of a beautiful way. So something to experiment and play with in your own experience in your own life. I certainly don't believe there's one right way to do anything. But this is something that you can, explore and be creative with. So So for today, why don't we see if we can bring some things into our awareness? But let's go ahead and get settled in. So get into your sitting position or reclining position, whatever feels best for you. I like to sit with my spine tall, head balanced on top of my spine, nice and comfortable. As I bring the chime, so go ahead and get started. Settle down into your body. Just begin to take notice of it. When your feet are touching, your hands, your forearms. Just noticing. Noticing the contact, the pressure. If your back is resting against something, noticing that contact. The gentle pull of the earth as it holds us so gently in place with just the right amount of gravity. And see if you can notice how each and every part of you is tethered so beautifully by the earth. And just let your body relax into that gravitational pull. Not struggling in any way, just feeling the beautiful relaxation that comes with allowing. Now beginning to notice the breath. Wherever you happen to notice it the most easily. Might be the rise and fall of diaphragm, belly, rib cage, your shoulders, your throat, feeling the air move in and out, up and down the windpipe, or maybe it's your sinus or your nostrils. Wherever it is, just bringing that anchor of the breath into the cup of awareness with the sensation of the body. Feeling the two of them blending together. If it's comfortable, allowing your breath to deepen, finding that place where curiosity just starts to emerge, feeling the breath and playing with it. Noticing what happens with a deeper breath or a more shallow breath. That's how your body feels when you breathe differently. And as always, if the thinking mind or the analyzing mind starts to jump in and provide you with information, that's okay. That's its job. That's why it's here. Just gently remind it that we're going to bring our awareness to our breath and breathing in our body right now. Release those thoughts and come back to the breath. Maybe releasing on an exhale, really noticing how the body relaxes on the exhale. We sharpen our awareness on the inhale and relax on the exhale. Just letting the body get heavier and heavier. Again, bringing in the sense of touch. Noticing what your body is resting against, or your hands or feet or arms, and where they're touching. Or maybe it's the temperature on your skin or the sunlight. And the forearms against your lap. Just bringing that into your awareness with everything else. Keep bringing your curiosity to the sensations that you're holding in your awareness, whether it's your feeling of your breathing as you continue to play with it, or the sensation of gravity holding us in place. And see if you can notice something that you can hear. Not naming it, not judging it, Just letting it be an unnamed sound. You don't have to recognize it. You don't have to give it a label. Just let it be the airwaves moving against your eardrum. I'm holding that in your awareness as well. I'm just simply noticing that you already were holding it in your Again, if your mind starts to wander or starts to talk or chatter, or evaluate, that's okay, no judgment. And if you notice that your mind is judging, just notice that it's judging. And on your next out breath, just letting it all go. And coming back to the breath, to the body. And if it's comfortable, coming back to the sound, whatever that happened to be. Noticing where you are now. Some of us may go on a little journey, others may have been distracted by thoughts. And just noticing. And then returning to the breath. The body, and possibly the sounds. Again, noticing if your mind is wandering, if you've taken a little trip, just noticing in the beginning to return back to the body, back to the breath, and the sound that was in the background that we noticed. On the next out breath, see if you can let that go. And just come back to the sensation of the body and the breath. And if that feels like it's a struggle, let that go. And just let it be whatever it is. And then turning just down to the breath, feeling the coolness on the in breath, the warmth on the out breath. Perhaps beginning to let it deepen a little. And then wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. And ever so gently returning to the room. As I ring the bell to bring our meditation to an end. Thank you, everyone. Another wonderful midweek mindfulness. It's a blessing to be here with all of you. I so appreciate you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day and a wonderful week. Take care, everyone. We'll see you next week at Midweek Mindfulness.